When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sin vs. the World. I'm Septum Sin. Today, we are reviewing something very special. Something that actually means something to me. Which is Out and About, the movie, Part 2. It's hard to explain Out and About and my reasons for wanting to get it without explaining what movie won. Now, there are many physical media YouTubers like myself out there doing pickup videos, doing various things. They all have a slight difference to them. Like, we have a couple of things that differentiate us from other people, and of course, they have things that differentiate themselves from others. Well, some of them do. They do DVD hunting, top 10s, movie reviews, different things. But in the beginning, there were very few. And there were two that I found. I have a large collection. Back in that day, I was looking for people who actually understood what it was to have a collection like mine. I don't know about you guys, but I love looking at another person's collection when I come in to see what they have. To see what their tastes are, what they enjoy. A person's collection says something about them. Me, I have my anime section behind me, so really and truly, if I was to switch it around, now let me show you, just really quickly. Alright, we're going to move back around. That was my regular movie collection. So, I mean, again, different concepts, different tastes. It tells you a little bit something about them. I love looking at other people's collections, and it brought me to two YouTubers. This has been a couple of, more than a couple of years ago, almost 10.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
I'm enjoying this scene.
Get on with it.
And that was Cool Duder at first, and then What Movie Won. Both of them started out relatively the same, but they both differentiated themselves from each other. And What Movie Won and Cool Duder had their various, were going out and doing DVD hunting, and that was called Out and Abouts. And eventually, it led to the original Out and About the movie. Now this, I got to see on YouTube. I've never seen the unedited version. I was unlucky to have not been around at the time when that was up for sale.
Oh, fuck. I'm pissed.
If it was, I would have paid probably, even today, I would pay up to $100 for that.
Conceivable.
So if any of you actually have a copy that you want to sell, come on, bring it to me. Any case, it was a full movie version of the Out and Abouts. Those things where they're going out in the community, they're doing DVD hunting, but it was in Vegas and filled with various funny antics. Finally, in recent years, a Indiegogo was done for the sequel, Out and About the movie Part 2. Well, I jumped on board right away, which is why you can see I've got a nice signed copy of this. Well, it's actually not, because I also paid for the copy. And I gladly paid. To me, it was really fun. The original movie was awesome. And to know that some of the crew were getting back together to do another movie out in Vegas, I had to check it out. So when you are watching this review, no, this is coming from a fan of many years. Somebody who has been watching Wet Movie 1 for, gosh, many years now. So try to take that into account when I give my review. If you are not a fan, I will try and also do a rating system. One, if you really enjoy the videos that he does, and two, if you are somebody who is a newcomer. I'm going to be looking at this as two different ways.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So I'm hoping that we can appeal to you, the uneducated audience, as to what is awesome about Wet Movie 1 and his crew. So, let's talk about what the movie, what Out and About is about. Essentially, the Wet Movie crew, or a portion of which, goes to Las Vegas, and various antics ensues. Some of our individuals in the crew, mainly Gabe, he's been out and about himself a little bit lately, maybe more out than about, and this is starting to come to a head, as various things seem to have developed. And this kind of stains the trip. So let's talk about the good. One, if you are a Wet Movie 1 fan, if you really enjoy the content that he brings, you're going to get premium content from this movie. If you are a Wet Movie fan, if you don't get a hold of this movie, you are missing out. I'm telling you, this is Wet Movie premium content, number one.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Two, let's talk about special features, because again, as you know, my reviews talk about the disc itself, not just the movie. We're a physical media channel. We try to review stuff that's on physical media, and it's all a part. There are some fun special features. There are a few videos on there that you can watch, but many you can watch on YouTube. So again, you're buying this mostly for the movie itself. There are a couple. I don't quite remember the earthquake video being as long, and I do apologize. I have a young cat deciding he wants to play behind the camera. So if you hear that, just understand. But if you are a fan of those videos, you will get something awesome. And you get a few videos that were on YouTube related to this, as well as 2 of the live streams he did on this. If any of you have found some of the Easter eggs, if there are Easter eggs available, because I don't have a Blu-ray drive for my computer, so I couldn't like search around. I tried to press buttons, I couldn't find anything really extra. But if you do find extra, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. I'd like to see more, because when I was done with this, one of the main feelings was I really want to see more. So more of the positive. The video quality. First thing I noticed were the colors. Oh my goodness, the colors were vibrant. The camera they shot was very good quality camera. Very good quality colors for the most part. And we'll get to that a little bit later. But again, the quality of the video was very high. Blu-ray was a good choice for this. I'm glad I got this on Blu-ray as opposed to DVD. If you only have a DVD player, of course you will get probably even more benefit from this in some senses, because I do feel like any minor flaws are kind of avoided through DVD, but still, you get some advantage of how the colors just pop out. The greens are vibrant, everything is kind of just right there. The scripted story is fun to follow, it is entertaining, and you get a lot of that wet movie goodness that you, the fan, loves so much. The music itself is fairly enjoyable, and the credit sequence is fun. It sets up a third film. Who knows? Hopefully one day we'll get it. I, for one, will be contributing if there is a crowdfunding source for this particular film.
Shut up and take my money.
Because I would love to see Out and About 3, and you, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say, you the viewer, you the potential wet movie fan, will love it. So what is there to love for the non-wet movie fan? Well, if you like things like The Hangover, you probably would somewhat enjoy this. If you enjoy the typical YouTube video and you really want to support your local YouTuber, you probably will enjoy this film. So let's talk about the negative. I always check into the negative. I don't want to, because I hate doing negative when I really enjoy what the artist does, because I'm afraid the artist is going to hate me for saying anything negative about their film, but I've got to be honest.
I deride your truth-handling abilities.
For those of you who do subscribe to my channel, and those of you who do, there are not many of you, but you're awesome people. There are a couple of negatives to this film. One, if you are not a fan of Wet Movie 1, it's a harder thing to get into. It is kind of a rough introduction to him. You really should watch a few of his videos before you get started into this particular movie. I would even encourage you to watch the original movie. It's up on YouTube, but that's a lot of work. You know, if you're not willing to put in the work, maybe this is not for you. The next part about this is there is a lot of shaky cam. Now, again, this is done vlog style, so vlog style is going to have some shaky cam, and that can cause some problems. I remember there were a couple times where my eyes went, woo, and if I had any alcohol in my system, it probably would not have been so good, but thank goodness I did not. I was totally sober during the time of my viewing. Again, the humor could be offensive to some.
You know, for kids.
Me, I was enjoying it. I was laughing most of the time. But for a lot of people, especially people who are more sensitive to things, again, probably not for you. So, let's talk about the rating at the end. As far as features, I gotta give this a high grade for features. It's got some good features. It really does help you get into things. So if you're only kind of familiar with him, you could start with some of the special features. The sound is cut off at the beginning, and there are a couple of other minor things, like it won't play on a PS4, it won't play on an Xbox One. The PS3 and some regular Blu-ray players are pretty good. I've tested on my regular Blu-ray player, I've tested on my two PS3s. Both of them work pretty well, but both my PS4 and my Xbox One, they say it's corrupted, file corrupted, so...
Nothing for you!
Again, I'd say, we'll say that that kind of evens it out with the awesome special features, so we'll just go straight on the rating of the film itself. If you are a wet movie fan, I would give Out and About the Movie 2 an 8 out of 10. So, know what I said I was going to say if you're a wet movie fan, like myself. It's something we've been waiting for a while. It is well worth the wait. But what if you're not a fan? I would give it a 6 out of 10. Again, there's some things that just don't appeal to everybody, and if you're not familiar with the genre itself, it can be jarring. But I always give low-budget filmmaking a little bit of an edge. So take it as you will. Would I recommend you watching What Movie One's Movie? Most assuredly. But in my advice, look him up, watch a few videos. If you like those, watch the original Out and About, and if you like that, see if you can secure a copy. At this time, I believe a few more are still available. I will, of course, list his webpage in the description below, so you can check it out, and hopefully, if you really enjoy it, snag yourself a copy of this quality feature. Well, this has been Septum Sen versus the World, and we will see you very soon with our YouTube shoutout. Ta-ta! Greetings to you all. Of course, I'm following this up with my YouTube shoutout. And this time, our shoutout goes to a particularly special individual who joined the Inside Movies Galore crew just this past couple of weeks ago with The Craft, which I was unavailable for, but I did get to see him. He subscribed to my channel, which is an awesome thing. Thank you very much if you are seeing this. And of course, I am talking to Horrordvddevil 333. This is another film collector, but of course, we are concentrating on the horror side. I have two concentrations that seems to be on this channel, horror and anime, and this particular individual is more on the horror side. He has some excellent collection videos. I have watched quite a few in my time since his subscription. Anybody who subscribes to me, I subscribe back. If I watch a couple of your videos, if I like your content, I continue. But because I'm on YouTube Red, I get to download a whole swath of them, so I'm always watching YouTube videos. I apologize if I don't comment. But be assured, if you've subscribed to me, I am watching a little bit. Maybe a little bit here and there, and if I like you, I'm watching a lot. Eventually, I will get to commenting on you if I like you enough. This individual has some fun content, a few horror songs, a few pickups. There was one that I found interesting, showing VHS of VHS, which I really liked. So, will this guy be for you? Well, it depends. Do you like horror? Do you like classic VHS? Do you like movie collecting? If you do, you too should check out Horrordvddevil 333. This has been another short YouTube shoutout. And this has been Septum Sen versus the World. I hope you've enjoyed this particular shoutout and about. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.